When we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good, we look good. And when all those things happen, there's nothing we can't do. What I've learned in the beauty industry, that what we do matters. Giving people the confidence and the access to feeling beautiful makes a big difference. Having a lack of beauty confidence starts young. Dove is the largest provider of self-esteem education in the world. What Dove does and did early on that was breakthrough is showing real women. I had a breakthrough when I realized, bias and even racism is largely not intentional. CROWN is an acronym that stands for Creating a Respectful Open World for Natural Hair. There's over 30 million Black Americans that now have hair freedom. Passion is magic. Impact through that area of passion is what I call passion power, and it's my mantra. Passion power, that is fulfilling to me. I really believe in championing for the underserved. The communications industry is so important because we have such a role at shaping society. I always say, do you, it's your superpower. No one can do you better than you. Trying to be someone else is a waste of who you are.
Yes. So please give it up and for my dear friend, AC Eggleston Bracey. Please welcome her to the stage.
Okay, isn't Kelly amazing? So full of spirit and life. I am so moved and overwhelmed by all of those gracious compliments. I'm actually speechless here. She's absolutely so generous. I am also just filled up by this room. I have run into people that I didn't even know were coming. And I just want to thank you so much for being here to support me. I know how busy everyone is, and for you to take time, and that it is UN week and how difficult it is to be here. That is not lost on me. And I want to thank the incredible New York Women in Communications. What an event that you put together, and how meaningful it is to highlight such incredible women. And congratulations to my fellow honorees. It is indeed an amazing privilege to be here today. Today we are here to celebrate champions of change. When I look around at this room tonight, the honorees, and then so many other people that I know, past honorees, and people that are doing things, I see some of the most inspiring and trailblazing women in media and beyond. We all have different paths, different careers, different perspectives, different missions, but with a shared intention to make a difference. And for that, I applaud you. I personally never set out to do many of those things in the video or that Kelly described. But for some reason, opportunities have always been staring me in the eye, opportunities to make a difference. My parents, they were civil rights activists. My dad was a school teacher, but you know what? He integrated his college. He brought the first 500 Black students after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s death to his school. That was my dad. And my mother is a lawyer who advocated and advocates today for civil rights. She fights race and employment discrimination cases and so much more. So my brother and I were raised to be proud of who we are. We were given African names. My name, AC Johari, it means little jewel born on Sunday. And my brother's name is Oji Kenyatta, to remind us of our strong African heritage. From my parents, we were taught, like many of us, to whom much is given, much is expected. We were always aware of our privilege. And when I say privilege, that means a chance to have an education, a roof over our heads, and clothes on our backs. That's a privilege, not to be taken for granted, never to be taken for granted. We were taught to take advantage of this. And how to take advantage of this is, one, first being kind. Second, doing well in school, as many of us know. And third, always helping out someone if they needed it. So I never set out to be a change maker. I am an accidental beauty executive, an accidental Unilever president, and an accidental business unit CEO. I did not have role models to even know the career that I have was possible. So I've been so fortunate to have the opportunity to be a barrier breaker, to have the opportunity to create opportunities for others. And I've seized my privilege, yes I have, due to my mother and my father, in the roles that I've had the pleasure of having to make a difference, if even in a small way. And to share a few of those small things matter. First, young in my career, I had the chance to create a household brand called Febreze. Some of you may know that, with my team. And you know what? I learned that made such a big difference for people who live in small quarters with smokers and pets and feel uncomfortable in their homes, especially when they have guests and they don't know if it smells fresh. A small thing that can make a difference. Or next, to help diversify the face of a beauty brand, bringing faces like the one and only Queen Latifah, my dear friend Dana, to CoverGirl. That one change 20 years ago made such a big difference in helping people who look like me feel seen, who did feel seen before, or anyone that did not fit the narrow Eurocentric standards of beauty. Blonde hair, blue eyes, slender build. We all want to feel good about ourselves if we don't look that way. And then I've had the privilege again to help to work for Unilever, and including the Dove brand. I am so proud, of course, to be the executive founder of the Crown Act. And why? It's because that is in the face of children who are being turned away from school today, simply because they wear their hair the way I wear mine, or adults who have been rescinded the opportunity for employment because of the way they wear their hair, viewed as untidy or unprofessional. There's sixth grade Faith Finity, who was sent home from school because of her beautiful braids, because it violated the school's grooming policy. Ridiculous, right? Watching Andrew Johnson, many of you saw a young wrestler who was forced to cut his locks or forfeit his championship match. That makes no sense. We call that race-based hair discrimination, which is unacceptable, but you know what? We can what? Change that. So we did. So I am proud that this is now illegal in 23 states and over 50 municipalities because we decided to make a change. That's the Dove brand. Yes, with myself, but an incredible village of Black women, including Kelly. She was my first call, her agency, and we had no idea the positive impact we would have, along with sisters like Ajua and Orlina leading the charge. So through my position at Unilever, I've had the great fortune to lead and champion so many other initiatives to help people and in turn have our business grow. That is one of the lessons I've learned. You help people, you are rewarded with business growth for doing that. And my parents, they continue to inspire me. My mother at 73 is still making a difference. In Chicago, she's working to establish 80 new accessible residences and healthy food stores in neighborhoods that are quality housing and healthy food deserts at 73. And my father at 76 is still fighting for change as he works to stay active and engaged after an exercise accident left him with something called locked-in syndrome, meaning he can't move or communicate, but only through his eyes. And with that, though, his doctors told us, they told me that only 20% of patients would survive or increase their mobility. And they are often half of my father's age. But you know what? My dad defeated the odds and is still doing it. He's able to move his head, his arm, move around in a special wheelchair. Yes, he continues to break barriers and drive positive change. So as you can see, making a difference, being a change maker, is a choice we can all make despite our circumstances. What I've learned that is each and every one of us has the opportunity to make a difference. Like Melinda Gates says so beautifully, no one at all is born a change maker. It's something you become. When you see a problem, dare to become a part of the solution. Take on a problem that's deeply important to you. Helping those of us who are underserved and unseen is my passion. But as Magic Johnson says, don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. And I say, do you, it's your superpower. Use you to make a difference, and another difference, and another difference, and another difference. Make it a habit, and yes, be a champion for change. Congratulations to all the honorees and all the other amazing champions here in the room tonight, and thank you so much for your attention.